Hello again, this is Vaughn with Spirit of Health. We are going to show you how to make sauerkraut juice out of cabbage. The reason we do sauerkraut juice on the GAPS diet, and specifically this is something we introduce in the first stage of the GAPS diet, is for a couple of reasons. One is it's a fermented food. It's the first fermented food we're actually going to introduce. The reason we introduce fermented foods is the healthy bacteria, the probiotics that are going to heal the gut lining and are very critical for our immune system. Now we use sauerkraut juice as opposed to actual sauerkraut because sauerkraut is very fibrous and a lot of people have major digestive issues. Anybody with ulcerative colitis or Crohn's or any kind of an irritable bowel or diarrhea is going to have a lot of issues with fibrous vegetables like sauerkraut. So we start with the juice so we can get the benefits of the probiotics in that fermented food early in the GAPS diet. So again, it's stage one. So the first thing we're going to do is we are just going to juice this cabbage. That's the first thing we need to do. Now I chose a Super Angel juicer. There's a lot of different juicers on the market. This one is a masticating juicer. A lot of the juicers on the market are centrifugal juicers. What's the difference? The centrifugal juicers are the ones that spin. So you can juice things really fast. Like if you go to a juice shop, they probably use centrifugal juicers that juice things real fast. They're great, they're fine, they work. The Jack LaLanne is a pretty common, affordable one. And if that's what you have, great, go for it. Like I said, there's all kinds of juicers on the market. I think the masticating juicers like this one, the Super Angel, are the best because they don't spin. They actually squeeze or macerate the vegetables. And they get, the studies like on the Super Angel, for example, show they get anywhere, depending on the vegetable or the fruit, 5 to 7 more times more nutrients out of the actual food. When you put ginger through this, it literally comes out the other end. You could light a match to it. It is so dry. It squeezes all the nutrients out of it so well. So that's why we chose this Super Angel juicer. You'll pay a decent amount of money for this, but if you're really going to do it for the long term or you really want juicing for the healing, it's definitely a good investment. So I'm going to go ahead and flip this on and we're going to start juicing our cabbage. Okay, now we have our juice. So this is juiced cabbage, and what we're going to do is I'm going to pour this through just a little tiny sieve. I don't know if you hopefully you can see that there's a lot of foam on the top here, especially since this juicer is such a good juicer. It gets everything out, so you got a little foam in there. So we're going to pour this through to get that foam off. Okay, and you can see that that's not quite a quart. A quart is a great amount. It'll last you quite a while. And if there's not quite a quart, then what you can do is you can add and just top it off with just a little bit of water to get the quart. I'm just going to top that off with just a little bit of water there. And then what we have to do is we have to culture it. So what we do is just add a package of veggie culture starter. The one we use is the Caldwell starter. It's available on the internet or on my website, Spirit of Health. And so we're just going to add this vegetable culture starter in here. And we're just going to stir that up. Get it all blended up in there real good. Alright, and we're all set. Now I'm just going to put a lid on this. And that's all there is to making your sauerkraut juice. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to sit this out at room temperature, so around 75 to 80 degrees, room temperature for 5 to 7 days. And you'll know it's done. It'll smell like sauerkraut juice. Again, you are going to add 1 to 2 teaspoons of your sauerkraut juice to each bowl of soup. Again, if you're doing the GAPS diet in stage 1, you put 1 or 2 teaspoons of the sauerkraut juice in there. Different people are going to have different levels of tolerance based on the health of their digestive system. So you can increase that amount, and the more you can do, the better, the quicker the healing is going to be. So very powerful food, and that's it. That's your sauerkraut juice. So we thank you for watching the video. And from our kitchen to yours, this is Vaughn with Spirit of Health, and we hope that this food is a blessing to your body.